Hi everyone, this is Crafty Decoria. I hope you're all doing great. So to start this project off, I have removed the inserts from the photo frame and I cut down my cork sheet to size so that it fits inside, and I placed it inside. I then took my DIY gingerbread wall decor, not quite sure how they call that, but I painted both the front and the back about a couple times, giving it a couple coats to each of the gingerbread houses. And I used the Dollar Tree paint in the color Cashmere Tan. I was looking for a nutmeg color, but that was the closest that I could find at Dollar Tree, and it worked out great. And now came the fun part. I just love using the Dollar Tree puffy paint. And a little tip, if you guys are having trouble finding this at your Dollar Tree, it's always best to buy it off season, because when Christmas time comes around, it's harder to find, at least at my Dollar Trees. I've looked at a few and I noticed that they had all the other colors except for white. And I'm thinking that it's because a lot of DIYers who want to make gingerbread houses love to use this puffy paint for very good reason. It works great, it's easy to use, and so I was not able to find any more of the white. So luckily I had bought in a few tubes in the summertime, and I have to do the same again because it's just so much fun to use this puffy paint for projects like this. Okay, so at this point, I'm taking my wire dish rack and I'm using my E6000 glue to adhere it to the back of the gingerbread house, just because I want this to stay on very securely. And then I go ahead and add some hot glue so that it'll stay in place and it'll allow the E6000 glue the time it needs without it moving around. Here I am adding my LED light strand and gluing it down with my hot glue gun. I did not purchase these at Dollar Tree because for 30 lights I was able to pick them up at my local Dollar Haven for $1.99, which was more cost effective. I also decided to go with the colored lights because I every year only use white lights to decorate. So I thought that this would be a nice pop of color, and being that it was a gingerbread house, I thought it would look really fitting. I did use 2 light strands, so one for the front and one for the back, and I just love how it turned out. I also went along the sides of the frame, and it just looked great in the end. Decided to go over all of my hot glue that I used to keep the light strand in place with the puffy paint, and I love the finish. The lights look like they're glowing behind the snow. It just looks so much nicer this way, and it ties the whole thing in together. I went all the way around the 8x10 frame, and it just looks so complete once I did that.
All right, everyone. So here is my Dollar Tree gingerbread cake plate rack, and I love it. I love it so, so much. I think it turned out so nice, and what a fun and great way now to display my cake plates. I ended up going with the colored lights. In my home every year, I always have the white lights. So whenever I see colored lights, it's just such a nice change. And being that it was a gingerbread house, I just thought it would look so much cuter having the colored lights on it. I love this puffy paint. I want to go back and see if I can find it. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But when I do, I should grab quite a bit of it because it's just so much fun to do projects with. Whether you're doing it on wood or any other type of canvas, I just think it's a lot of fun. But especially for doing gingerbread houses, it's just so fun to work with. And the results are so nice in the end. Where I added the lights, especially at the bottom here, I just placed the hot glue, and it still did look really neat with the hot glue because it almost seemed like it was ice, but I decided to go along the ends or the sides of the frame with the puffy paint as well to look like snow. And in some areas the camera really doesn't do it justice, but it seems like the light is glowing from underneath the snow or the hot, even the hot glue, because in some places I put the hot glue right over the light part of the wired light set, and it just gives such a pretty effect. In the mirror you could see the other end is lit as well. So I didn't use Dollar Tree lights for this. I went to my local dollar store here, Dollar Haven in town, and I bought the 30 pack, and they were like $3.99, so they were inexpensive. And so I bought 2 packs, so it's 60 lights. So I used 30 on the one gingerbread house, and then it went along one side, and then I used the other 30 for the back and then the other side. And I just love that now I can display my plates like this. Before I had them here beside my large cake platter, but they were just stacked one on top of the other, and this just looks like so much more nice to see them this way. So much fun and festive, and it was a lot of fun making it too and putting it together. It was super easy. I did glue the wired rack or the metal rack to the gingerbread houses with the E6000 glue as well as the hot glue. But then I just used the hot glue to glue down the lights. And I love it. I love it so much. I think it's such a fun craft to do, and it definitely is something that I'm going to keep and use for years to come. Well guys, that will do it for this DIY or craft with me style video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Share the video if you can. It will greatly help my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd absolutely love and appreciate it if you did. As always, guys, you take care of yourselves, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Bye for now.